Nebraska gets it done versus Houston Christian in dominant fashion in a game that, in my opinion, was very revealing. A lot of pros, a lot of cons, a lot of things that we improved, but also a lot of things that we need to work on going into the Michigan game. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my instant reaction, everything that I saw out there, what we need to work on, and so much more. So really quick, if you're excited about this victory, because I know I am, hit that like button. And also, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan, this is the only place you can get daily content talking Huskers. This is the only place you can get instant reactions like this constantly. It's no brainer. Take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, we have a lot to talk about. Nebraska got it done versus Houston Christian in dominant fashion in a game that was very revealing. We learned a lot. I mean, let's just start it off with the offense, because going into this ball game, we put up 6 to 8 points versus Akron. We wanted to do it once again. We fell a little bit short, but we still put up a good number. I mean, you start things off with Dylan Raiola, absolutely surgical, had 222 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, a completion percentage of 71%. Dylan played lights out. Again, it was the processing, it was the IQ that I'm constantly impressed with. The only thing I'll say with Dylan, and I told you guys, I'm going to be harsh when it comes to Dylan, because I believe that Dylan has the potential to be a top 10, top 5 quarterback. If you believe that Dylan only has the potential to be a top 20, top 30 guy, you can be fine with his performance. But I'm always trying to see what Dylan can improve. And the one thing that I will say I was disappointed with Dylan was his accuracy at times, right? For example, the Dane key throw on the first drive of the game. Dane key was open by about 10 yards on that post route. He underthrew him significantly, right? And to the point where, Dane still caught the football, made a great adjustment, but that could have been a walk-in touchdown. And it should be noted that TJ made the exact same throw later in the game in the fourth quarter, and it was right on the money. So if TJ can make that throw, why can't Dylan? And then Dylan kind of threw another back shoulder fade ball, similarly to Dane Key, I believe on the second or what might have been the first drive of the game again, and he overthrew him. So it's, again, these just simple accuracy mistakes by Dylan that we saw last year that I want to see him improve. But other than that, again, that's just me nitpicking. I thought Dylan played lights out. TJ Lateef had a great ball game. He was 5 for 5, 126 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had a touchdown on the ground with his legs. I mean, I'm telling you, the TJ Lateef hype, it's through the roof. It's through the roof. And we're to the point where TJ, for better or worse, where I believe maybe Dylan starts to struggle at some point in the year. Maybe we lose next week versus Michigan. I don't know. Where the fan base, they're going to start calling for TJ. And we're not there yet. TJ, he's not a perfect quarterback, but darn, he looks really good. And he was making throws that Dylan wasn't making out there with that pass to Cortez. So TJ had a really good ball game. I mean, you look at the running backs, there's a couple big takeaways. Number one, Quinn Ives, this was the breakout game for him. There was going to be one backup running back who broke out. Today, it was Quinn Ives. He had officially 85 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown, a long of 20 yards. It wasn't Quinn Ives. There was a lot of good. There was a lot of bad at times, but really he was consistently breaking tackles. He was great in the pass pro. He was great catching passes. He was great reading the offensive line. By the way, the offensive line, shout out to them. They played very well. They opened up a lot of holes. Dylan had all day in the pocket for, again, multiple times. So the offensive line did a good job with Ives, but Ives really had a good day. The only thing I will say, and this is not confirmed, I think Mekhi Nelson was suspended for this ball game. I think that's pretty clear after what happened today, because Mekhi Nelson, I don't know if you noticed this, he didn't play a single snap, and he was not on the injury report. He was not injured in practice this week. They have to report who's injured and who's not. So it's clear that Mekhi Nelson wasn't injured. If he wasn't injured, why wasn't he playing? So that's not great when it comes to Mekhi. Again, that's not confirmed, right? Don't take my word for that. But yeah, not awesome there, because that's somebody who has a lot of potential who did not play. But Quinn Ives definitely stepped up. It's clear that he's running back too. And again, I was impressed with Isaiah Mozee. Isaiah Mozee did not have a single carry today, but he made some plays, not only a return game, but he made some plays once again with that run after catch. So Isaiah Mozee was incredibly impressive, which is not too shocking, right? Isaiah Mozee is a heck of a ball player who I think is going to contribute with Nebraska as the year goes on. The receivers, nobody's really going to talk about this, but the receivers didn't have the best game today. I don't think, right? Dane obviously played well. Isaiah had his moments. Jacory had his moments, but there was a couple of drop passes in there. Consistently in the second half, they weren't open, right? TJ would roll out and there'd be nothing there. Or Dylan would roll out and there'd be nothing there. So for whatever reason, again, I think there's a lot of great receiver talent, whether it's Quinn Clark, Keelan Smith, but they couldn't get open. And I think one of the worst things about this game, in my opinion, Carter Nelson played a lot of snaps today. Didn't do much, did he? Right? I'm at that point with Carter where Georgia Tech just walked off Clemson. Shout out to Georgia Tech. I'm at that point with Carter Nelson where if it's not going to happen now, when's it ever going to happen? When's he going to break out? Is the breakout ever going to happen? I don't know. So Carter Nelson was definitely disappointed with him. But other than that, I thought everybody played well. And the offensive line, really, the offensive line gets a game ball. The offensive line, they were the MVPs from the day. Okay. Whether it was in the pass per running game, they made holes as big as the Atlantic Ocean. They kept our quarterback safe. We did not have a single sack today. And that's exactly what should happen when you play an inferior team like Houston Christian. So shout out to the offensive line. They played well. As for the defense, there were some parts of the defense I was definitely disappointed with. No question about it. Right off the bat, we only had 3 sacks today. And that's fine. And DeSamacola had a great sack. We had a scoop and score here and there. Like, that was awesome. But when you play Houston Christian and you're playing against that inferior of an O-line, you should dominate. Okay, you should get 6 or 7. And the pass rush has arguably been our biggest question mark on defense. So I'm at the point where we're going to play a great offensive line next week versus Michigan. I don't feel comfortable with getting pressure with only 4 guys, So again, I know I'm being nitpicky right now. We need to celebrate this victory 159-7, but at the exact same time, it's always about the bigger picture for me and for you as well. I expect this team to win 9-10 games. So there's always things we need to improve in the pass rush. Only having 3 sacks probably wasn't good enough. I thought probably the best play of the game, though, was when DeSamacola got off the edge and got that sack. And Williams-Neri also got off the edge and got pressure there. That was one of our best plays of the game. Other than that, we stopped the run to high level. We gave up that big play to Zayshawn Edwards, where it was a broken play. They scored the touchdown there. But other than that, they averaged literally like 2 yards a carry. So we did a really good job stopping the run. That was something that was a point of emphasis all week. We took the ball away. We had two fumbles that we took. That's awesome. But at the same time, we need to get some interceptions. We only have 1 interception on the year. That was the game sealer against Cincinnati. You got to get more, right? And that's been the big issue with Nebraska in the past is we can't take the ball away when it matters the most. So Houston Christian, they've had a fumbling problem. We took advantage of it. That's awesome. But going to Michigan, got to take the ball away from a 5-star quarterback who definitely has been struggling. But, other than that, defense was lights out. They just gave up 1 poor play. That was a broken play. Gave up 7. It wasn't a shutout, but we'll take it. We will definitely take it every single day of the week. As for the special teams, we didn't see Archie Wilson once. So I'll take that. I told you guys I didn't want to see Archie Wilson play. I don't want to see him. Okay, he's a great punter, but I don't want to see him out there. And we didn't see him. We scored on every single drive except for the one at the very end where we stalled out the 1 yard line where we had like the 4th stringers in there, so it didn't matter. We made our 1 field goal that we attempted. We did have 1 kickoff that went out of bounds, which is completely unacceptable. That happened against Cincinnati too. Like that cannot continue to happen. And it's very clear that both John Hull and Tristan Vile struggle mightily with those kickoffs. But again, that's something that Mike Eckler got to fix. And then we had a couple nice returns in there. We didn't have a return touchdown, which is one of my keys to the game. So we had some nice returns. So I thought overall it was a very well-played game. The things that we need to improve in Michigan are the things that we already knew, right? I think, simply put, our pass rush needs to get better. Penalties, we were not good enough from a penalty standpoint. Officially today, I'm trying to pull up the stat. I think we had 3 or 4 penalties today. My challenge to the team was to have 0. We didn't get there, right? So you need to have a lot less penalties because we know in Big Ten play, they're going to call these tic-tacs every single day of the week. So, all right, that is my take. Nebraska gets it done versus Houston Christian in dominant fashion, 59-7. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hey, if you made this far, hit that like button and subscribe. Comment your thoughts down below. I absolutely want to hear what you say. Go grad, go, Matt Rule, and I will see you in the next one.